The NFL is no stranger to jaw-dropping moments, but what happened today might just be the most surreal twist the league has ever witnessed. In a move that no one, not even the most imaginative scriptwriters in Hollywood, could have predicted, the Cleveland Browns announced that Tom Brady is joining the franchise. Yes, that Tom Brady, the 7-time Super Bowl champion, the man widely regarded as the greatest quarterback of all time, the legend who retired not once, but twice. He's back again, and this time in the most unexpected uniform of all, the brown and orange of Cleveland. The announcement came through a simple tweet from the official Browns account. No cryptic teasers, no dramatic countdown. Just a single image of Brady in a Browns jersey standing in front of the team's training facility with the caption, "History continues. Welcome to Cleveland, Tom Brady." The football world froze. Phones buzzed nonstop. Newsrooms erupted into chaos. Fans blinked at the screens, unsure if they were witnessing reality or a very elaborate prank. But it wasn't April 1st, and this wasn't a drill. As expected, the internet exploded within seconds. NFL players, analysts, journalists, and fans around the globe reacted in real time, flooding social media with disbelief, excitement, and a fair share of confusion. Patrick Mahomes tweeted 3 wide-eyed emojis. J.J. Watt simply posted, "Wait, what?" And even LeBron James, a lifelong Browns fan, chimed in with a single word. Goosebumps. This move raises 1,000 questions and answers almost none of them. Is Brady returning as a quarterback? Is he stepping into a leadership or front office role? Is this a one-day ceremonial contract? Or is he genuinely gearing up to take snaps under center again? The Browns have yet to provide clarification, but sources close to the situation suggest that Brady's involvement will not be symbolic. He's coming back to play, and he's coming back to win. Now let's pause for a second and try to comprehend just how massive this is. The Cleveland Browns have long been one of the NFL's most tortured franchises. From endless quarterback controversies to heartbreaking playoff losses, this team has often found itself on the wrong end of destiny. And now, out of nowhere, they've secured the services of a man who embodies winning like no one else. Tom Brady, at 47 years old, is suiting up for a team that has spent decades searching for a savior. If this doesn't feel like a glitch in the Matrix, I don't know what does. According to insiders, Brady has been quietly training for months. He stayed in elite physical shape, kept his throwing arm sharp, and maintained a close eye on league developments. Rumors of his competitive fire never dying out have circulated for over a year now, and it seems there was truth behind every whisper. Apparently, what drew him to Cleveland was more than just football. It was the chance to write the ultimate final chapter of his career, turning around the most cursed team in the league and delivering a championship to a city that's been starving for one. And let's not forget the Browns' current quarterback situation. Deshaun Watson, once the centerpiece of Cleveland's rebuild, has struggled with consistency, health, and off-field distractions. While the Browns have publicly backed Watson, there's no denying that Brady's arrival changes everything. Head coach Kevin Stefanski now has the most difficult and fascinating decision of his career. Stick with the man they mortgaged their future for, or hand the keys to a 47-year-old legend who's already conquered the impossible multiple times. From a football perspective, the implications are staggering. The AFC North is arguably the most competitive division in the NFL, featuring Lamar Jackson's Ravens, Joe Burrow's Bengals, and a resurgent Steelers squad. And now it has Tom Brady. Imagine that. Brady versus Burrow, Brady versus Lamar, Brady walking into Pittsburgh's Heinz Field one more time. These are matchups that fans didn't even dare dream of. Now they're real, and they're coming soon. Financially, this deal is unprecedented. Sources say Brady is not just coming back as a player, but also taking a minority ownership stake in the franchise. This dual role is something the NFL has rarely seen, and it raises questions about league rules, player ownership boundaries, and long-term influence. But when it comes to Tom Brady, rules often bend. He's not just a player. He's a brand, a movement, and an unstoppable force. The Browns, recognizing that, seem willing to tear down walls to accommodate him. The locker room reaction has been mixed, and understandably so. Some players are ecstatic, ready to learn from the greatest to ever do it. Others are reportedly skeptical, unsure about how a mid-season Brady return might affect team dynamics. Leadership is a delicate thing, and inserting someone like Brady into an established culture could cause friction. But then again, Brady's leadership isn't ordinary. It's magnetic. It elevates everyone around him. And if he can even capture a fraction of what he brought to New England and Tampa Bay, this Browns team could suddenly transform from playoff hopeful to Super Bowl contender overnight. And the fans? Oh, the fans are living in a dream. Cleveland has waited so long for something, anything, to go their way. The city has watched stars come and go, coaches rotate like a carousel, and seasons end in soul-crushing fashion year after year. But this is different. This is hope with a capital H. This is lightning striking in the most unexpected place. This is Tom Brady walking through the door and saying, let's go win one more. Nationally, this story has already taken over every sports outlet. ESPN cut into live programming for emergency coverage. NFL Network has analysts camped outside Browns headquarters. Fox and CBS are reportedly scrambling to rework their fall broadcast schedules to feature as many Browns games as possible, and with good reason. This isn't just a sports story, it's a cultural moment. It's the biggest name in football joining one of the most tortured franchises in American sports. The drama writes itself. What happens next is anyone's guess. Will Brady start week 1? Will he even make it to week 1 without injury? Will this move end in glory, or with Brady finally facing the one opponent he can't beat, time? Those are questions for tomorrow. For today, one truth stands above all. Else, the NFL will never be the same, because Tom Brady is a Cleveland Brown. And in that single, almost unbelievable sentence lies the story of a league turned upside down. Thanks for riding with us on another Browns Blitz. If you like the video, share it with a fellow fan, hit subscribe, and ring that bell so you're always part of the Dawg Pound conversation. Go Browns! If you're a diehard Browns fan and love breaking down the game like we do, hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell so you never miss a blitz. The NFL draft is a spectacle of anticipation, strategy, and sudden calculated moves that can send shockwaves through the league. And just when fans were locking their eyes on the top of the draft board, the Cleveland Browns made a quiet yet intriguing maneuver that might end up being far more significant than it first appears. As the hours tick down to the Browns' moment, in the spotlight with the number 2 overall pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, General Manager Andrew Berry was already deep in the chess match. He wasn't waiting for the cameras and applause to make his move. Instead, he found a willing partner in the Houston Texans and executed a deal that flew under the radar but could ripple across future drafts. The news first came via NFL Network's Ian Rappaport, then was confirmed by the Browns themselves. Cleveland had traded away 3 of their day 3 selections, 2 from the 6th round and 1 from the 7th. In return, they acquired a 2025 5th-round pick and another 5th-rounder that won't come into play until 2027. At first glance, it may seem like a modest exchange, but Berry's intent here speaks volumes. The 6th-rounders Cleveland parted with were No's 179 and 216, and the 7th-round selection was number 255. The kind of late draft capital often used to take flyers on raw athletes or stash and develop prospects. In return, they picked up number 166 in this year's draft, pushing their second day 3 pick significantly higher on the board and an extra chip in 2027. Berry is betting on quality over quantity. It's a strategic shift, one that suggests the Browns are targeting specific prospects and believe those players won't last until the latter parts of the draft. It's also a signal that Berry is managing this roster with the long game in mind. Instead of hoarding picks at the tail end of the draft, where success rates tend to dip, he's moving up slightly this year while planting seeds for future flexibility. That kind of maneuvering can be the difference between teams that stay on the fringe and those that build something sustainable. This isn't the first bit of wheeling and dealing the Browns have done this offseason. Not long ago, they had an extra 5th rounder acquired from Detroit in the Donovan Peoples-Jones trade in 2023. That pick, along with quarterback Dorian Thompson-Robinson, was shipped out in the trade that brought Kenny Pickett to Cleveland. Barry isn't afraid to spend draft capital if it means shoring up critical positions or gathering more useful ammunition for the road ahead. Before this latest trade, Cleveland held a total of 10 picks for the 2025 draft, with 6 of them set. For day 3, now they're down to 8, but their board is sharper. They'll still make their first selection early in the 4th round at pick 104, but instead of waiting until the late 170s to act again, they're now poised to strike out since 6, a 13-spot jump that could be vital if there's a specific player on their radar. It's not the kind of headline that dominates the evening news or sends fan bases into a frenzy, but this is precisely the type of deal that smart front offices thrive on. It's a reminder that a draft is not just about what happens in the first round, it's about how you manage your entire slate of picks. Barry clearly has a plan, and he's executing it with care and calculation. There's something deliberate in the way the Browns are shaping their draft approach. They're not merely reacting to the board, they're influencing it. Every move seems to be building toward something bigger. Perhaps there's a targeted prospect they feel could slip just enough to land at 166. Perhaps they're eyeing roster gaps that demand filling with more ready-made contributors than developmental shots in the dark. Whatever the reason, this isn't a throwaway trade. It's a piece of the larger mosaic Barry is crafting as he tries to mold the Browns into a consistent playoff threat. One can't help but wonder what else he has in store. If Barry is making moves this early, with so little fanfare and so much precision, it suggests he's got more cards up his sleeve. Is another trade looming? Is he positioning the Browns to jump back into the 5th round in 2026 or higher in 2025? The foundation of a successful franchise often lies in the quiet moments, in the subtle shifts that set the stage for something larger. This move may not look seismic now, but the ripples could become waves in time. There's a growing sense around Cleveland that something is brewing. The front office has been aggressive but smart, disciplined but flexible. Barry isn't operating in a vacuum. He's building a team not just for this year, but for the seasons beyond. Moves like these show he's not chasing headlines. He's chasing sustained success, and now, with fewer picks but a tighter focus, the Browns step into the meat of the draft weekend with anticipation rising. They've trimmed some of the fat, sure, but they've also made their intentions clear. They're looking for impact, and they believe they can find it higher up in the order. With pick number 166 now in their back pocket, day 3 just got a little more interesting for Cleveland fans. It's the kind of move that might go unnoticed until years down the road when a 5th rounder blossoms into a starter or a crucial role player. Only then will it become clear how important this trade was. But right now in the present, it's a subtle reminder. Andrew Barry is playing the long game, and he's playing it well. Enjoying the content so far? Smash that like button and drop your take in the comments. We want to hear what you think about the Browns this season.